Welcome back to another video. Here's what's coming up today.
Packing some of the wool now. The bag is nearly more bad now than the wool. The bag. There's a big difference now from when I used to have the shed full up of cows before. The small few cows, they're more terrible. Times have changed here now. There's roadways here and goes to the windmills. Above us here, the windmills are going well. The wind today, there's good wind here. Just drive beyond the windmills.
What have you done, boys?
To hell with YouTube. I bring that same source.
A lot of people ask us about the cows and calves, so they're getting on well. They're inside here now in our cow shed with a few weeks to save grass for the time of the ram for the ewes. We're just feeding them a bit of nut here as well with a bit of maize to get condition up there, and especially to get milk supply to bring on the calves. So yeah, a few nice calves in them. They're still very young. There's a nice little bull calf there now, but they're still young. They're only a couple months old, less even some of them. So yeah, we'll bring up more updates of the cows there throughout the winter when they're inside. So big amount of cows here. Only five heifers calved now this year. So that's all we have. And yeah, they're just out of silage here now, and we must bring in some silage.
Here we are now with 2 5-star quiet donkeys. Anyone with rough ground, we have our own place grazed down now. Anyone who'd be interested in them would have any bit of rough ground or anything, or have them for pets, they're giving away free of charge.
Any hobby farmers?
Any hobby farmer, yes, they could have them as pets or anything. Anyone with rough ground around the house, kids could go out and feed them or anything, I'd play with them. So contact us on the page if you have any interest in them. They're giving away free of charge.
Back away. Something up.
Cows are in there with a few weeks to save grass in the fields for the sheep, for the ram, for the end of the year. So we'll give them a bit of silage. There's a big difference now from when I used to have the shed full up of cows before, with a small few cows. They're more terrible. I was more of a man for having big Charolais cows. I won't be too fond of these cows, these type of cows, of Angus cows at all. Their calf wouldn't be up to the standard when we'll be selling them. We started cutting silage around 1971, up to then it was hay. It used to be very hard to save the hay because after the sheep feeding the fields in the spring, it used to be too soft and too rank, and it was nearly impossible to save it. We want fierce fine weather. So the silage coming in made it a lot easier. There's only 5 cows there. I won't bear the silage now, no good for days.
What's the silage like this year?
It's good enough. It was made by the Randall's brothers, great operators.
There was a few holes with birds.
There was a few holes with birds, but then we patched them up. So they weren't too bad. They weren't as bad as other years. We're packing some of the wool now. We have some wool sent away before. But it's getting late now to get rid of the wool. It's thrown here inside in the shed. We've done most of it short before this, but there's nothing for it. It's only a case of get it out of the way.
Is the bag?
The bag is nearly more valuable now than the wool, the bag that is inside. It is a part of our sheep scheme, so you have to have a receipt for selling our wool. Otherwise, it wouldn't be worth selling it. You might as well keep it. And it's one burden. You can't do nothing with it.
What about the wool before was worth big money?
Oh, the wool before was the mainstay. The mainstay in olden times. In my father's time, he bought a new car with the price of wool. 1 year's wool bought a new car.
You wouldn't buy a car now
with 100 years wool, 1,000 years wool. With the main group, all the polyos left go with the ram with about 10 days. So we'll be gathering in the Scotch snow from the mountain, and we'll be leaving some of these rams here. I think they're North Country Cheviots to go with them in the next couple of days. We go half up the mountain now to bring them in to whatever bit of grass is left in the field before the other ones will have it all eat. They only get the second best of Scotch. They don't get the best of the grass. The weather is fierce mild altogether now in the start of November. I know it's the 7th or the 8th. I know there's a grass growing still. I can see places getting green again that were fed. So it is very mild, so another bit of grass might grow now for the end of the year until it's short in the winter. October and November have been pouring rain for the last 2 years. So this year, it isn't a big improvement. It might last, we don't know. If it lasted another week or two, we'd be delighted. There should be a lot of lambs now with the good weather, a good time to let the rams go. But the grass is not being dirted or anything by a big number of sheep in the fields, and if we change them around from field to field, it cleans up again after a few days. Main talk now is the prices of lambs are going up mad. There's lots of lads buying lambs to feed them inside and to keep them, to sell them maybe in the spring, but they're very dear even at the moment. And
they're buying them for big prices, over 130 euro and everything. Said you want to be crazy when I saw in February.
Yeah, lads buying have to pay big money for them till we have enough for them to make money in them, and the cost to feed and everything. But
right, we're going off up the mountain now. Like my father says, the main groups of ewes have most of the fields eaten down well, even though there's still a bit of grass there. So the hill ewes always get second picking, more so because they're a lot hardier and they have a lot less lambs than our crossbred ewes. So we're just gathering the close hill here now first. There's probably 150 here, and then we'll be gathering our furthest away hill as well today as well. So we'll bring them in. They'll be getting a mineral dose and a fluke dose, and they'll be let go to the ram. We'll keep them in the fields then until the fields get pretty bare. We'll keep them here as long as we can because they'll be up the hill there long enough now for the winter. So you can see they're all horny ewes, kind of Scotch ewes, Lanark, Swaydale, mixture of everything, Kerry Scotch. So this hill now we're gathering here pretty close to the farm here. All this area here in front of us was all part of the hill, and it was pretty much like that. We wired it in there a few years ago, literally straight across. And I'll show you there as we come down. There's serious grass growing there now. So you can see here, there's good grass growth here. We use this mainly pre-lambing. So when all the sheep come in from the mountain, we bring them in close to the sheds here. And a lot of sheep lamb outside here. And we also feed them here. So obviously, with all the feeding, it acts as fertilizer. And it grows great grass through the year then. So we have a good pick here now for the hill ewes. We just kept this especially for the hill ewes, but the rest of the fields are bare. But you can see great grass after coming here, and there's 8 acres inside in this place now, and it'll feed them there away for a good while. And as you can see, all we did was we just wired straight across it, and it's the same ground, only we've been feeding a lot of ewes in here and lambs, and with all the feeding it's improved the ground itself. You can see the ground above is kind enough, but obviously the ground here below, all that yellow phenon around the place, they ate all that down, they kind of failed it, so it's as good as the field now to us. Right, that's all them in now. Home now for a mineral dose and a fluke dose for all these hill ewes now.
not fog when we left the house, but up here, the fog is after landing now. We are in the farthest away part of the farm. We're gathering the last of the Scotch sheep to the ram, and we're leaving the house for the good day, but it's a bad day here. It's raining, there's fog up here on top of the hill, so we'll be hard enough to find the sheep. We'll tear at them anyway.
So you're coming here a long time?
I'm coming here now a long number of years, and today is not a good day here. Times have changed here now. There's roadways here and down to the windmills. Above us here, the windmills are going well. The wind today, there's good wind here. Just driving on the windmills. So at least they'll make you a few pounds anyway. Whatever about the sheep. This is a high hill here now. You don't need to have these sheep here. The road is very wide here. It's nearly as wide as O'Connell Street in Dublin.
What kind of softer sheep want to live here?
Well, I did. It is more suited to have these Scotch sheep, I suppose.
There's roadways everywhere, sir.
There's roadways all through the hill here everywhere.
Easy for gathering.
Makes it easier to gather the sheep. But these roads, some are here now in front of us. I need below, look down. Keep looking down.
We thought the fog might clear up, but that's getting worse if anything. So we still have a good journey to bring these down home now and to be put with the ram. So these are the second bunch. So this hill up here is pretty bad hill now. Oh, there's a blanket of peat up here, boggy ground. So, like my father said, you need hardy yaws to live up here now, because they get everything thrown at them. A lot of snow up here over the winter and just driving winds and rain. So you need to be tough, that bit tougher now than the crossbred yaws. The crossbred yaws definitely wouldn't survive up here. They wouldn't come on there. And yeah, so the Scotch yaws seem to be happy out here.
We have three North Country Cheviot rams here now to let go of the Scotch yaws. So we'll leave them going out today. They're honest old rams.
Are they good rams?
They're good looking enough. But one of them is, don't know where he's going. Go on out. We have lambs here feeding. We'll give them lamb fattening nuts and a bit of fine meal with it. Do other people use fine meal in this thing? This is the first time we ever threw a bit of fine meal with it.
A lot of people are saying that it brings on their condition a lot quicker. What about cows? Does it bring on cows' condition quicker?
It would, sir. These rams are going up here now to sheep, Scotch sheep. They're going up, and there's more of them up here in the field, so there's about 160 there altogether. There's 3 North County Chevys left going out them. They'll join these other ones up here in the field. Friday the 15th of November is a big day in Kerry Co-op, in Agri-business in Kenmare. There'll be a special promotion on Crystal X buckets, feed, wiring, stakes, gates, etc., and all things farming. There's going to be talks throughout the day from 12 o'clock onwards on different things. Brendan Tehan, the local vet, will talk on dosing and the best way to dose animals, and all the new regulations coming into the veterinary. Michael Gostin will be there showing people how to mix up feed mixes if they want to fatten animals. Crystal X will also be there doing a talk on their feed lick buckets. Everyone who's interested in getting a good discount, they should head for Kinmare Agri-business. That's the old creamery as we knew it ever in Kinmare, just outside the town, the Killarney Road. Promotions will be going all day, but the talks will be going on from 12 o'clock onwards. So head into Pasture, and better known as Pat Tim, and he'll sort you out on the day. Crystal X sheep feed licks are after arriving here today. We use them now in the winter before we start feeding the sheep. We find when the hills are bare, they keep them going over the winter. We bought 2 pallets of Crystal X, and they've just been delivered now. From December off, we start feeding them for December and January before we start giving nuts, and we find they stay way out on top of the hills and they do very well now. There's plenty of minerals and vitamins and everything in them. They're a very good feed lick. We're using them there the last couple of years and we find them very good.
So that's it for another video. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you for the next one. What have you done, boys?
The hell with you, Joe. I will not send so simple.